The student is just not motivated. She could get good grades if she was motivated. I know what she needs. A little one-on-one conversation with my wall of women. How can you look at these people and not be motivated to carry on all the hard work that they've done? I'm Joni Knope, the English teacher here at Pawnee High. And I know by the sound of my name you'd think I was a little boy growing up in the 50s playing neighborhood baseball, but nope. You probably know my sister, Leslie. She's always doing big things over in the Parks and Rec department in City Hall. I try to do my share here in high school. I've noticed that when my students, April Ludgate, is not very motivated in class, she does nothing. I'll show you what she does in class. I'm pretty good in impersonations. Actually, I interviewed at SNL, but Lorne Michaels said I was way ahead of my time. He said I should interview again in 100,000 years. So that's exciting. This is what she does. She's like slouched, and she just like looks really like she doesn't care about anything, and like her hair covers like half of her face, and I think she rolls her eyes, but I can't really tell because I can only see one eye. And I think that she's evolving to be more and more resistant to my class, and that she can now sleep with her eyes open. That's the student janitor. We run big ideas past each other. The other day, she asked if I wanted her to pick up the trash in my room every day, or if she could just do it once a week. I said every day would be nice, and I think she's taking under consideration because she came by twice last week. So, big changes. Hey, let me help you out for a second. Just run some things past you, like we do. I've got this really unmotivated student, and not really sure how to help her. But I think I'm going to start observing her and keeping notes of how she behaves, best practice. And hopefully I'll be able to brainstorm some ideas of what to talk about with her parents at the parent-teacher conference. You think that's a good idea? See, now I know that she thinks it wasn't a great idea, and I need to think about it some more. She keeps me grounded. We'll just jump right into this. Your daughter April did really great when we were studying Gothic literature, but recently she's become quite unmotivated and is not putting forth any effort. I've been monitoring her closely for the past few weeks. That's best practice. And basically, from the information that I've compiled, she has been only turning in 70% of her work and has missed 7 days of class this quarter. So I'm thinking that if we work together to look at this data that I've compiled, we could perhaps find a pattern and figure out a way to help April. Alright, so I've been conferencing with April's parents, and I think I see where her lack of motivation comes from. I think they also sleep with their eyes open. I think it might be genetic. Okay. So what we're seeing here is that one of the few times your daughter's participating is when we were discussing Gothic literature. So perhaps when we're discussing other periods of literature, she can compare and contrast what we're reading there with her favorite Gothic text. Another time she showed interest, interestingly, is the French Revolution. She was a big fan of the guillotine. So maybe if she's really into bringing about political change through some radical ideas, we could set her up with an internship with my sister at the Parks and Recreation department over in City Hall. I think that might be fun for her and really give some motivation, some purpose to what we're studying. World War I poems. I feel like she would love them. Pretty intense, gory, sad. She'd love them. I'd love to read one for you right here. So this is a Wilfred Owen poem. Bent double like old beggars under sacks, knock-kneed, coughing like hags, we cursed through sludge, till on the haunting flares we turned our backs, and toward our distant rest began to trudge. Men marched asleep. Many had lost their boots, but limped on, bloodshod. All went lame, all blind, drunk with fatigue, deaf even to the hoots of tired, outstripped 5-9s that dropped behind. Gas! 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 Quick, boys! An ecstasy of fumbling, fitting their clumsy helmets just in time, but someone still was yelling out and stumbling and floundering like a man in fire or lime. Dim through the misty panes and thick green light, as under a green sea I saw him drowning. In all my dreams, before my helpless sight, he plunges at me, guttering, choking, drowning. If in some smothering dreams you too could pace behind the wagon that we flung him in, and watch the white eyes writhing in his face, his hanging face, like a devil sick of sin. If you could hear at every jolt the blood come gargling from the froth-corrupted lungs, obscene as cancer, bitter as the cud of vile, incurable sores on innocent tongues, my friend, you would not tell with such high zest to children ardent for some desperate glory the old lie, dulce et decorum est.
Dolce.
It's dolce.
Dulce et decorum est.
I didn't realize that one of my daughter's teachers was a Knope sister. They're back guano crazy. We might be sending April to a prep school in Eagleton.
According to this pie chart that I made on Excel earlier, I believe that April is demonstrating the non-cognitive affect of low motivation. I can tell because her desire and willingness to be engaged and behavior and intensity of involvement is severely lacking. So I've also made a list of positive and negative attitudes that April is contributing towards her learning, and we will look at that in a bit. But first of all, I want to make sure that you, as parents of my student, April, your daughter, April, have a good understanding of my grading system. So, what I have in these documents outlines my system, discusses how I base my grades on percentage of achievement, and each category is weighted a little differently. And this handout, if you're interested, outlines how I interpret assessments and SATs, and basically anything that you're going to need to know.
So all the pictures behind Johnny's desk make me uncomfortable. Also, Johnny does too. So.
This is my wall of influential women. I have 334 more displayed at home, but these are the ones I chose to bring to school. Yes, I did include Beyonce, and I think that we all know why. She is mankind's matriarch. Hashtag slay. Well, I just finished my parent-teacher conference. I think it went pretty well. Left it all on the court. No regrets. It's how I live my life in general. Just have no regrets. Well, I do have one regret. I wish I married Larry Bird when he proposed to me. I'm 33%. It was a legitimate proposal. He asked me to sign something. Could have been a restraining order.